Alright guys, what's going on? You joined me for part 17 of the AEK series, and it is the cup final against PAS Giana. They finished 6th in the league, so just outside the main 5 cluster of teams who challenged for the title. I'm going to show you then how the Super League actually finished. And it finished like that. We managed a 1 place improvement on last season, an 8-point improvement as well, with Panathinaikos winning the league by a single point, which adds a bit of colour to the past winners section. Olympiacos having won the last 6. Yeah, usual suspects obviously rounding up the top 5. Yeah, good to have a little bit of improvement in progression in the save, really. Like I said, today's finalists with us, PAS Giania are 6th. They finished 6th. So decent season for them. Best of the rest, if you like, by some distance from Levediakos. Going down were AEK and surprisingly Panthrakikos, who finished in a decent mid-table position last season. So goodbye to them. Let's see what will be coming up from the second division. Yep, I can confirm that the season has finished. Panathinaikos, I want to say, have come up as champions. Definitely can't say I've ever played them, even when I was down there in the second division. And Larissa are also promoted. Lamia just missing out. Polon have been Super League contenders, I think, in recent seasons. OFI Crete also recently relegated, failing to come straight back up. We've got Xanthi in there, as well as Aris, who have both been long-term Super League teams in the past. We finished 2nd in the under-20s, so a good season for them. They've all developed very nicely. I'll show you now. Papalobru is an absolute tank, only 17. 17 passing now with 17 technique. What else is there? 13 dribbling and first touch, 15 flair, 14 off the ball. He is going to be some player. Also going to be coming into the first team, as well as this guy, Mantzis. Already amazing technicals, 13, 14, 13, 15 technique with 17 pace. Really developing very nicely. To round off the Super League then, we had a game against Levediakos, and we took them out clean, 4-0. But it was 1-0 and very tense. Levediakos throwing everything at us for quite some time, and we just managed to storm them in the latter stages of the second half. Igor Kon again getting on the score sheet. That's 3 goals for the season at the age of 16. He's also going to be something special. Darko Zoric with a penalty in 85, and Mantelos rounding the scoring in stoppage time. Then on our first game of the Euro Places playoff, and to be honest, I kind of wanted to rotate quite a bit for this, and we lost 2-1. And Eastis, actually, the ball hitting the crossbar and bouncing off his back, utter bullshit. And then Jimmy Dermaz on 60 minutes, making it 2 for Olympiacos, and Helder Barbosa giving us a consolation on 82. But like I said, I was trying to rotate as much as possible without rotating so much that we'd get spanked, just because I want to win some silverware. I want my best players fresh for the final. Unfortunately, though, I'm not too sure that's happened. This is obviously the best team we can go with, as I've mentioned before, and we've got Helder Barbosa on 91%, as well as Kevin Conboy, so a bit of tiredness down the left flank. It's not too bad, but I'd like the condition to be a bit better, to be honest. But anyway, we're going to get into the game. This is our first real shot at silverware. This is the first time we've really stared silverware in the face. We can almost reach out and grab the Greek Cup trophy. But we've got a tough game against PAS Giana, who undoubtedly are sort of less tired than us, despite the fact that they also have less quality. But they're not to be underestimated, and we have choked before quite hard, as I'm sure the end of season livecom last season would have alluded to. Okay, they're going with a 4-2-3-1. Fair play, going attacking. Ilic is a real danger man up front. We need to be wary of him. But nevertheless, we'll concentrate on our team. Win this for the fans. Okay, maybe not. The yellow card for Conboy. Business as usual, you'd have to say. Not created much at all in the opening stages. And now Giana have it. And they're building an attack. Fortuano, Ilic, what a save from Anistis. What has happened to our start? The corner comes in, and Leela puts it back in, and they've scored! No! We can't choke now. No! have been piss poor in the opening stages. I need to see more from them. They've all been utter wank so far. Utter wank. Come on! Got a fucking trophy to win here. Decided to switch the tactics up a little bit. Go to the away tactic because we're technically not at home. I wasn't sure which tactic to deploy since I go with a home away sort of setup, but we'll see if this tactic gives us any more joy. It's a corner for them. The feed's getting in the way. They've hit the post. Rapper's dispossessed the defender. Come on, let's launch an attack here. Let's do something. Oh, Aravides, you numpty. Barbosa, come on. Whip it into Zoric or someone. Or just play it off the fucking defender. We've got a corner. Barbosa. Come on, somebody, please get on the end of that. Zoric, no. We're going to choke this. I can't believe it. This has been a terrible performance. Oh shit, it's floated in. Shit. Oh no. It's over. You just know it's over now. Not been at the races at all. I'm completely broken at this point. Like, Cornell comes in, Barbosa, Colavestios, 2-1. Whoop-de-doo. Come on. We'll have to get incredibly lucky. Last attack. Nothing will happen though. I'm going to defend it very well. Yeah. It's dealt with. Yeah. Again, we fuck up the chance to win a trophy. Yeah, words cannot quite describe how pissed off I am at the performance. Wait for a trophy goes on. Join me for the end of the European Places playoff, which I'm sure will be equally entertaining for you to watch. Just a quick update at the end of this video, guys. I've played through the European Places playoff, and unfortunately, I'm sad to report that there will be no European football next season. We came last in the playoff group yet again, after a dreadful run of form that sort of followed on from the cup defeat. So yeah, that was the last game we played. The shocking defeat against PAS Giannia. Of course, if we'd have won that, we'd have been in Europe anyway, no matter what sort of happened in the European playoffs. So that made me absolutely sick. But we carried on poor form, basically. A combination of fatigue, injuries, and low morale after the cup defeat, contributing to an extremely poor performance. Metropolis and Sandis for them. Helder Barbosa getting a penalty for consolation more than anything else. Tripolis then smashed us 3-0. Sending off had something to do with that though. Cordero after 39 minutes. Pablo Mazza with a late brace in just about a minute. 87 and 88th minute. But we managed to restore some pride, thankfully, towards the end of the season. Tripolis we took out 3-0 in the return game, and Aravides brace and Knasmulnut on his return from injury, also getting a goal. We got a point at Olympiakos, decent result, and we had a lot of the chances at the end, so we pretty much bossed them, so it was a pretty good result for us. If we'd have won that though, we would have been in Europe, so tinge of disappointment, but to be honest, after the terrible start that we had to the playoff, the damage had already been done. And then we ended it off by beating AEK by 3-2, an Aravides brace and a Cielis goal from a corner, enough to overcome AEK. On the table, in that playoff, ended up looking like this. A lot tighter now, a lot more sort of compacted. Olympiakos failing to qualify for the Champions League, which is absolutely hilarious. AEK sort of taking their place in the Champions League, which is good for them. You'll remember last season we finished on 2 points, dead last, getting smashed by everybody. So 7 points is respectable, but still way short of what really I want to be achieving in this playoff. So anyway, that's it for this season, guys. You'll see Aravidis, um, top goal scorer by 4 goals, absolute tank still at the age of 30. Mantalos with the most assists, well, second most assists. I'm gonna have to look at this guy, 17 assists. Get a scout report on him. But anyway, that's it for this episode, guys. Take care. See you at the start of season 4.